this episode of Off the Script, your official preview and predictions for WWE Cockblock. End of the Shaft. Whoa, wait a minute. Do I got my notes mixed up here, bro? Am I reviewing a porno or am I reviewing a pay-per-view this Sunday on the WWE Network? Cockblock, End of the Shaft, starring Lisa Ann Skin Diamond and everybody's favorite, Johnny Sins. What the fuck is going on here, man? Let me click off my notes here. I apologize, bro. Anyway, WWE Roadblock, End of the Line, your official preview and predictions right here on Off the Script. Oh, Skin Diamond.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Oh yeah, man, I feel good. I'm feeling better. And I am going to lead in the Great War this coming Saturday. I'll talk about that in a second. But this is the #1 fucking podcast. Not only on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music. But this is the #1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. Thank you guys so much for joining me this weekend. Off the Script Roadblock this Sunday. Roadblock, End of the Line on the WWE Network. We're going to be going over the entire card for you guys today with my preview and predictions. We're going to go over all the storylines, how we got to where we got to, and all that other shit. And then, obviously, at the end of the weekend, we will conclude with the official Roadblock review and results right here on my channel. Few things, guys. #1, I mentioned I will be leading the Great War on Saturday, and that's exactly what I will do. Back again for my second go-around with House of Glory. I will be in Jamaica, New York, and I will be commentating again with Mr. Matthew Ryan Shapiro, and I will be attending House of Glory 6-year anniversary show. Man, it's going to be fucking unbelievable. And I mentioned the Great War because Broken Matt Hardy will be there with Brother Nero, and he will be in the main event, and I will be the voice that leads the Great War as he infiltrates House of Glory, and he's going to delete every single soul that he comes upon this coming Saturday. Man, I can't fucking wait. I am super fucking excited, man. What a show it's going to be. If you guys are going to be in the greater New York area, man, come out to the show. It is going to be one that will not be missed, man. Even fucking Taz was promoting this fucking shit on his show, man, the Taz show. So you know it's going to be fucking big. I can't wait, and I'm fucking thrilled, man. I can't wait to do this, and I'm excited, man. I got to thank House of Glory and everybody involved. If you guys missed any of the matches that they posted on their YouTube page, link is down below in the description, man. Go and check it out. There's a match with Zack Sabre Jr. on there that I called. We got Ken Broadway versus Rude Boy Riley, which was fucking awesome. They just uploaded that to the channel. Make sure you guys go check that out. I don't know how many of you checked that out, but it was a fucking beast commentary between me and Mr. Matthew Ryan Shapiro, man. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait for this Saturday show. It is going to be one for the ages. So I can't wait for that. Number 2, if you guys missed anything that I previously did this week, Monday Night Raw review, SmackDown Live review, Lucha Underground and NXT review. I even did an off-the-script extra for Roadblock 2016 regarding Roman Reigns and the United States Championship. If you missed that, link will be down in the description below for all those videos. I even did an off-the-script extra for probably the biggest story of the week, and that is the UK Championship that WWE is bringing us in 2017, the United Kingdom Championship and the tournament that has been unveiled for the WWE Network. I give you guys my opinion on everything, and we go over why this is happening all in one video. I will link you guys everything down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, if you guys want to be updated right here with everything that goes on with the channel. If you guys want to tweet along with me during Roadblock, that's the best place to do it, man. Twitter, at JD from NY206. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, JD from NY206. And when you do subscribe, if you're new, make sure you click the fucking bell. And make sure you guys got all notifications turned on for this channel so you don't miss one goddamn fucking upload. But I'm sure even with that checked, YouTube will still fuck up the sub boxes. So make sure you guys subscribe as well to the channel. If you guys want t-shirts, if you guys want to support the podcast, 2 ways you could do that. Number 1, you can go to patreon.com. You guys can pledge and become a member of Team JD. Early access, fan interaction, questions will be answered this Sunday. Patreon-only questions will be answered this Sunday on Off the Script. If you guys want early access, questions that will appear on the show right now, I'm redoing all the rewards. Patreon.com is the best way to support the channel and the podcast. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Thank you to everybody that has pledged this week. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Or if you guys don't want to do that, you can always go to barbershopwindow.com and buy a fucking t-shirt, man. Thank you to everybody that continues to make JD is Negan the best fucking t-shirt that we put out, man. JD is Negan. You got the new Dana Brooke design, Get Off My TV version 5. You got the Roman Reigns design. You got the Big Show design. You got the Eva Marie design. You got the Goon City design, the original gray off-the-script logo shirt, which was the first shirt ever. All on there, $19.99. They ship worldwide, no matter where you are, the United Kingdom, Australia, China. They deliver worldwide, man. Absolutely the best quality anywhere. They got all shapes and sizes, female, long sleeve. They got fucking triple XL. They got it all, man. So if you're big, small, everywhere in between, they got you covered right there on barbershopwindow.com. Go to the website, type in Off the Script in the search bar. It'll take you right to my t-shirts, man, and have fun with that. Great, great, great way to support the podcast. WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate is another great way to support the podcast, man. I'm giving you guys 10% off your first subscription, man. All you got to do is go to the link down below in the description and go to Loot Crate's website. That is my partner code, okay? That is my partner link. When you check out, you're going to type in JD from NY, and you're going to save yourself some money, man. If you guys don't want WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate, which is an official WWE licensed product, I should be getting that hopefully sometime within the next couple weeks after Christmas, hopefully. If you guys don't like Loot Crate, if you got something against Loot Crate, I got another crate for you, man. WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter, at WrestleCrates. Use the coupon code JDSENTME to save money over there as well. 10% off WrestleCrate.com. Right now, WrestleCrate's leading in the crate wars 1-0 right here on Off the Script. We'll see what happens if I ever get my fucking November box. Haven't gotten it yet, but right now it looks like Loot Crate might be the winner by default for the next box. I don't know. So hopefully I get my WrestleCrate. We can do some unboxings here and have some fun, but WrestleCrate.com is the place to go if you guys want to go check that out. I'm getting my Pro Wrestling Crate in the next couple of days. We'll do an unboxing next weekend, man. Thank you to Pro Wrestling Tees for sending me another box. Absolutely fucking awesome. I love everything that those guys do. So they're sending me another box. We'll do an unboxing right here on next weekend's Off the Script. And there was something else I wanted to mention. What the fuck else is there? I think, let me look at my notes here. There's nothing else. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I got everybody covered. What I do want to do before we get into the Roadblock preview and predictions, and I want to make this on time because I'm recording this actually right before the total nonstop deletion from the Hardy compound. I do want to watch that. I will be reviewing that as soon as the show is over. That should be live on the channel right now if you guys want to go check that out as well. There's something, I might make this an every week thing, depending on, you know, the type of response that I get back to me. And I really didn't want to read this, but he requested to have me read this on Off the Script. And this is from a longtime sub, a very, very supportive sub. His name is Jesse. His Twitter is @ShyTownSmark. Love that. But he wanted me to read this on Off the Script, and I want to make this perfectly clear. I appreciate everything you guys have said to me regarding Mr. Snow and that email that his girlfriend sent me, and, you know, me tearing up as I was recording Off the Script and reading that email from his girlfriend. You know, it's amazing the response I got back from that, and a lot of people really, what's the word I'm looking for? They sympathized with me, and they felt me, and you guys felt emotion from all of that entire thing. And it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Mr. Snow. I seen his video. Snow, I seen your video if you watch, and so I really appreciate the great words that you said about me in the video, man. It really means a lot to me. And I want to hopefully strike a chord with with many people that watch my videos like that. But I don't want people to simply send me emails. You know, my business email is for business inquiries only. Okay, that one happened to just hit me, and I felt indebted to them to read that to, you know, Mr. Snow and his girlfriend. So I did that because I wanted to. But I get emails every fucking day. JD, can you call me a fucking goon? JD, can you wish me a happy birthday? JD, I've been watching you since Off the Script episode 114. I love your show. Can you shout me out? No. You guys can't take advantage of real life emotion. I'm not going to read and shout people out just because you watched the show. I'm grateful you watched the show, but, you know, don't try and do it now because I did it with one person. If you guys have something emotional and something touching and something that you guys want out there, I will read it for you. I'm doing this for Jesse because I feel like, you know, he is one of my most loyal guys. He's always reaching out to me via DM on Twitter. And I'm going to read this from him. This was an email that he had saved. This is actually from December 2016. December 18th, to be exact, 2016. Now, I'm going to read you the whole DM that he sent me. This might hit you guys. This might, relate to you guys. But it's a message that he thought was important enough that he wanted to get out there on this podcast. So I'm going to read it to you guys right now. He says, I have an extremely interesting and very true story I wanted to share with you. I'd like it if you read it on this weekend's Off the Script as a message for everyone to appreciate every day of life. Because 10 years ago this Sunday, I almost lost mine. Hours after surviving a near-death experience, I wrote an email to all my friends and family. I'm going to paste it here, and this is what the email said. Subject was, please read. December 18th, 2016, delivered at 1:03 p.m. This is not an FW piece of junk mail. I am personally writing this to everyone. Early this morning around 4 a.m., I was on the way home from Kristen's house so I could take my grandmother to the doctor in the morning. For those of you saying, why didn't he just stay at Kristen's house? I was heading southbound on I-57 just before 159th Street. For those of you who don't know, I-57 is 3 lanes wide with a median separating the 2 directions. I was driving in the far left lane. I was on the phone being kind of careless while driving like most of us are. And please, if you're driving, do not even look at your phone, okay? Keep the phone where, in the fucking glove compartment. Keep it in the fucking cup holder. Don't even look at it, okay? Especially while driving. So Jesse was on the phone here, okay? He was being careless, and there was a semi-truck in the middle lane. There was nothing in front of me in the left lane as the road was starting to curve to the left. I don't know why, but for some reason I decided to get over into the middle lane and be directly behind that semi. I don't know why I did, but for some dumb reason, I got out of the fast lane to get behind the semi, and my exit wasn't even coming up. I'm in the middle lane going 70 miles per hour, and 5 seconds later, a car comes flying head-on in the lane I just got out of passing right by me. That car missed me by less than a foot. I want to take this time to tell everyone that I'm sending this to that I love you all, and I truly feel like I have a second chance at life. Just as easily as you're reading this email, you could be attending my funeral. Kristen was my girlfriend at the time, but now is my wife. And we now have 3 wonderful children, all of which would have never happened if I would have stayed in that lane for another 5 seconds. And between the speed I was traveling combined with the speed he was traveling and the angle of the curve on that highway, there was not enough time to see that car and react. Don't take your life for granted, bro, because in an instant, it could all come to an end. And Jesse wanted me to read that for you at ChyTownSmark on Twitter if you guys want to go reach out to him. He felt that this piece was important enough to, to everybody or to him for me to read on Off the Script. So I want to thank Jesse for sharing that. And if you guys have any stories like that, maybe we'll make it a fucking thing on the podcast, man. I don't know. It depends on how well it gets over. I'm not going to read everybody's, man. Don't force something on me. Oh, JD, can you call me a goon, man? No. I'm not calling people fucking goons, okay? If you got something like that, something that really is dear and near to your heart, I'll read it. Because after the reaction that we got from Mr. Snow and his girlfriend's email, it's something that you guys really like. You like the real life personal shit. And if it's something that you guys want me to do, let me know and sound off in the comments, all right? Let's get on with the review, guys, or the preview, I should say. Roadblock, end of the line. We got the pay-per-view this Sunday live on the WWE Network. Obviously, it's going to be headlined. I don't even know what it's going to be headlined by. It could very well end up being Sasha and Cahrlotte again in their 30-minute Iron Man match. I could certainly see them closing with that. I would like to see the Universal Championship propelled into the fucking spotlight in which it deserves, even though it's fucking hideous. It's still the most important title on Monday Night Raw, and it should be treated as such. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Roadblock, end of the line, main event for the Universal Championship. And the card, I'm looking at the card right now, man. It looks like a decent show. It really does look like a decent show. Typically, I'm not too fond of Monday Night Raw. I'm not too fond of the productions that they put on when it comes to their exclusive brand pay-per-views. But this one does not look, especially on paper, all that bad. And I'm assuming when we watch the pay-per-view, we're probably going to be ending up saying that this was a very well put-together pay-per-view. A lot of great wrestling on Sunday night. I can see it now because there's a lot of talented guys, talented women on this show. Roadblock is going to serve as a huge factor into what we see going into the Royal Rumble. I mentioned this on Off the Script Extra. Roman Reigns is the United States champion. And there are rumors going around right now that Roman Reigns is walking out of Roadblock with the Universal Championship. He will defeat Kevin Owens in the main event, and he will be a dual champion in the WWE. There were rumors going around that WWE wanted to take a play off what UFC did with Conor McGregor, and he forfeited one of his titles. WWE might do the same thing here. They might have Roman Reigns win the Universal Championship, and they might have him relinquish or vacate the United States Championship and open a door up for somebody that could certainly use a rub and recognition. And it would get the title off of a stale Roman Reigns right now that's not doing anything for the title. And the title right now is at its lowest it's been in years. You know, John Cena, when you think back to it, you might not like John Cena, you might not agree with John Cena and the way he is, but fucking shit, man, he was a damn good United States champion. And I want to see someone come up, step up to the plate, and do what John Cena did for that championship. You know, I would love to see that happen. What happens if Roman Reigns wins the Universal Championship? What happens if Roman Reigns takes the Universal Championship and goes into WrestleMania season and headlines WrestleMania for Monday Night Raw? What is going on with that? What's going to happen with the United States Championship? I talked about several things that could happen at Roadblock, then leading into the Rumble and then WrestleMania season. If Roman Reigns wins the Universal Championship, there are rumors going around that WWE would love to set up a match between him and Braun Strowman. I said Braun Strowman's not ready for that type of role. People came to me on Twitter and said, JD, you said that Braun Strowman is not ready for that role and that he should ascend through the ranks. Well, how come guys like Finn Balor didn't ascend through the ranks? Kevin Owens was the Intercontinental Championship for a little bit, but now he is at the top of the WWE food chain. What about guys like AJ Styles? AJ Styles and Nakamura and all these other guys that came up from NXT or were signed, you know, who were big names in other places. They come in and they're at the top of the food chain almost immediately in WWE. Listen, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, whoever else you want to name that is a huge independent name that WWE has gone out and signed, you're not going to compare those names to a Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was a fucking rosebud, for Christ's sakes. Braun Strowman is still green in the ring. If Braun Strowman could wrestle like AJ Styles, then yeah, I'd say put him in the main event. Put him in every fucking main event on Monday Night Raw. Put him in the main event of WrestleMania. But since Braun Strowman is green, Braun Strowman doesn't have the training, Braun Strowman doesn't have the mileage that a Nakamura or an AJ Styles or a Kevin Owens has, or a Finn Balor has. You're not going to treat him as such. Those guys made their name somewhere else. Those guys made their name big enough for WWE to sign them to big money contracts. So WWE is rewarding them and their hard work for putting championships on every fucking guy like that. That's it. You're not going to have a Braun Strowman, you know, immediately thrusted into a world title picture. He needs to work for it. That's someone who needs to work for it, okay? So, rumors are going around right now that Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns could be Monday Night Raw's main event going into WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. I say no. I say no. Would the match be something of interest? Yes, because the way Braun Strowman is being booked right now, it could serve as being a very, very interesting match because Braun Strowman really hasn't been defeated since coming over to Monday Night Raw from the brand split. I say no. I say no to that. I think the likely thing that WWE will do is Finn Balor is going to be back by the Royal Rumble. Monday Night Raw is going to walk out of the Royal Rumble with someone from that brand winning the Royal Rumble. SmackDown is a Elimination Chamber exclusive pay-per-view. That's exclusive to them, okay? And if that is the case, that means the number one contender for the WWE Champion will be decided inside the Elimination Chamber. It's not like the drafts. It's not like the brand splits of old. You're not going to have a SmackDown guy win the Royal Rumble and say, you know what? I'm going to challenge for the Universal Championship. You know, WWE had the WWE title, the World Heavyweight title, and then the ECW title. WWE had 3 championships to choose from back in the old days. Not going to be like that anymore, man. This is exclusively SmackDown, exclusively Monday Night Raw. So with SmackDown having the Chamber in February, That opens up Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Raw only to winning the Royal Rumble. It's not going to be Jericho. Jericho's not going to win the Royal Rumble. It was rumored it could be Jericho, setting up a Jericho-Owens match at WrestleMania for the Universal title. It's not going to be Jericho because after WrestleMania, Jericho's done. Jericho's got to go on tour. He's got to record. He's got to do Fozzy. So it's not going to be Jericho. It could be Braun Strowman, but I think WWE is going to weave a storyline in there in which Braun Strowman gets eliminated by some upstart, and he's not going to play a factor into WrestleMania. You know, Seth Rollins is a possibility, but I'm assuming Triple H is going to fuck over Seth Rollins anywhere between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania to set up their match for WrestleMania 33. You know, who else could it be? There's nobody else on the roster that is a believable enough name to win the Royal Rumble. So that's where Finn Balor comes into play. I think Finn Balor is going to win the Royal Rumble, and I honestly think Roman Reigns, I'm not saying he will, if he wins the Universal Championship on Sunday night, we could be looking at a Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor main event for Monday Night Raw for WrestleMania 33. And then WWE can open up Pandora's box and have a multitude of different things they could do with that. They could turn Balor heel. They could set up the Balor Club. They could set up the Balor Club versus the Shield. A bunch of different things could come out of that. That's a very intriguing possibility. That's a very intriguing situation there. Balor versus Roman Reigns. You know, maybe they want to turn Balor heel. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But that could be very, very interesting. And I could see that being a match WWE salivates over and considers a marquee match for WrestleMania. Okay? So that's one possibility. If that is a possibility, if that is something WWE wants to visit at WrestleMania, what do they do with the United States Championship? Well, I mentioned that maybe they have a tournament. You take 8 guys, you give 8 guys a unique opportunity at vying for the United States Championship, and we see this closer to WrestleMania so that the finals can take place at WrestleMania, making the title and both combatants big enough to be on the grandest stage, okay? I say if Roman Reigns is stripped of the United States Championship, have it come down to being Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. That's what I would do. I would have Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman in the finals of the United States Championship tournament. Now, they are fighting at Roadblock in a 10-minute time limit match. If Sami Zayn can last 10 minutes, who knows where this goes from there, you know? Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. He wins the United States Championship and beats Braun Strowman. He gives Braun Strowman his first loss and becomes the new United States Champion. That could be a great WrestleMania moment. I would love to see that happen. It's going to happen eventually. Strowman's going to have to lose eventually. And there's no better way to lose than to an underdog like Sami Zayn. It would give him a rub. It would make the United States Championship look like the most important fucking thing on Monday Night Raw. And it would be a WrestleMania moment that we would remember. I love it. If WWE wants to do that, I think that's a brilliant idea. Now, if Kevin Owens wins the Universal Championship, I say give the Royal Rumble to Sami Zayn. I say book Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Sami Zayn's the new Universal Champion. There you go. If you want to keep the U.S. title on Roman, okay. I'm okay with that. Then you can slide Braun Strowman in there and have Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the United States Championship. Maybe Braun Strowman wins and continues to dominate. I don't know. Those are the ideas that are brewing in my head right now. Those are the ideas that I got coming out of Roadblock. And this is why I already stated that Roadblock is going to be one of those things that is going to really, really up the ante, and it's going to give us a great view, a great direction going into the Royal Rumble. Where is WWE going? A lot of what WWE has planned is going to pretty much reveal itself at the end of Roadblock. So Roadblock is going to be a very, very big pay-per-view as far as WrestleMania season goes. So it's definitely a huge pay-per-view in that aspect. Now, with the main event, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Obviously, how we got there, how we got to this match, you know, Survivor Series was awesome. That Raw versus SmackDown match was awesome. The pay-per-view sucked by itself, but that match was the match of the evening, okay? Jericho, Owens, they got into a heated argument during the highlight reel. Obviously, if you guys watch Survivor Series, Owens used the list of Jericho to pretty much, he used it as a weapon in the match. And Owens explained that he tried to save Jericho from being eliminated. So he used the list of Jericho. He used whatever he could, whatever he seen, that he spotted the list of Jericho, he used it to save Jericho from being eliminated. And it actually cost Owens to be eliminated because he disqualified himself. He got disqualified. And the two finally agreed, after trolling everybody, that Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were at fault for Monday Night Raw's loss to SmackDown at Survivor Series. That same night, Rollins received an opportunity at Owens' Universal Championship in a no disqualification match. That was due to an agreement he made with Stephanie McMahon for actually being a part of Team Raw. Both Reigns and Jericho, they were barred from ringside. They could not interfere in this match, but Jericho ended up interfering in the match as he wore a Sin Cara mask, disguising himself, allowing Owens to capitalize and retain the championship against Seth Rollins. Now, the reason why he wore a Sin Cara mask is because there was an incident on a bus with Sin Cara and Jericho, and it was a rib to Sin Cara. It was all in fun manner. It was a playful manner. So Jericho being Jericho and being a sarcastic fucking prick at the same time. I love it. The following week on Monday Night Raw, the friendship between Owens and Jericho again was on shaky ground. Owens stated that he did not need Jericho's help against the challenge of Roman Reigns. A disgruntled Jericho left the arena. On his way out, he was attacked by Seth Rollins. He pedigreed Jericho on the car, and that was that. Reigns defeated Owens that same night, clean, which I did not agree with. Reigns beat Owens clean to earn this title match at Roadblock. So on the December 5th episode, Rollins stated that he would go through Jericho and Owens to get to Triple H. Triple H's name has been name dropped the last couple of weeks on Monday Night Raw, who had originally enabled Owens to win the Universal Championship against Rollins in a fatal four-way match. And you guys know what came out of that. Kevin Owens then revealed that he had got Jericho gifts. He got Jericho gifts for the holiday season. 2 gifts, in fact. Jericho would be facing Rollins at Roadblock, which we'll talk about in a second. And then he would challenge Roman Reigns that same night for the United States Championship. Jericho told Owens to stay out of his way. He didn't need any help in this match against Reigns. Owens eventually came to ringside to help Jericho. He caused a distraction, which allowed Reigns to win the match and retain the United States Championship. And then obviously we go from that to the following week. We had the Rollins report, and it just got cheesier and cheesier as the weeks went on. They tried to amend the relationship, Jericho and Owens did. They tried to, pretty much kind of put a Band-Aid on everything, and it led to Jericho and Owens agreeing to be tag team partners that night against The New Day and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. The New Day already, they beat the streak. They won the match against the Club and Sheamus and Cesaro. They won their first triple threat match, but then obviously if you guys seen on Monday Night Raw, we had Big E and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They sprayed champagne accidentally on Stephanie McMahon, and that got Stephanie McMahon so angry that Jericho and Owens lobbied to be put in a match with the New Day, and then Mick Foley added Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, making it yet another triple threat match that the New Day had to go through. They ended up winning, but at the end of it, Jericho and Owens, they and their friendship was just falling apart. Jericho blamed Owens for ruining the match. It was all Seth Rollins, because in the match, Seth Rollins pushed Owens on top of Jericho. Jericho thought he did it on purpose, but he didn't see Seth Rollins push Owens on top of him. That broke everything down. The show ended with Roman Reigns spearing Kevin Owens as Jericho just walked away, allowing this to happen. So that's pretty much where we are with this. I want to say that Jericho and Owens are pretty much trolling everybody. I really do. But it would be too obvious. It would really be too obvious for that to happen. I just can't see any way that WWE does not give this to Roman Reigns. It is so difficult to bet against Roman Reigns. That's what makes it unpredictable. That's really what makes it unpredictable here. Do we bet against Roman Reigns in a main event Championship match? Or do we bet with Owens and Jericho trolling everybody and helping each other to retain the Universal Championship? I don't know, man. I am 50-50 with this. I really am. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know which way to go. I'm going to say I don't want it to happen, but it's tough to bet against him, man. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I'm going with a new Universal Champion. I think Kevin Owens' reign has been shit, and it's not his fault. WWE's booked him like a weak champion. And then I say we start to see the further deterioration of Owens and Jericho. This is all going to result in a match at WrestleMania. I think that's what Kevin Owens' match is going to be at WrestleMania. It's going to be Owens and Jericho. Now, does WWE prolong this? Do they give Owens the win? But then who does he lose the title to? Do we see Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble? Do we get the Sami Zayn-Owens match at WrestleMania? I don't know, man. There's so many moving parts here. It's great to be a WWE fan right now, but instead of that, I think WWE goes the easy route. I think they go and give it to Roman Reigns, and I think he goes into WrestleMania season the WWE champion. I think that's what WWE ultimately wants. They want the big guy, they want the top dog with the WWE Universal Championship going into WrestleMania. That's my prediction. I'm going with Roman Reigns, even though I do not want him to win, nor do I think it is a good decision for WWE to put that kind of title on Roman Reigns. And if they do, they got to immediately take the U.S. title off of Roman Reigns. Sasha Banks versus Cahrlotte. You guys know about this. Falls Count Anywhere match that happened on Monday Night Raw ended up being the best match of this feud. Other than that, I do not care. Okay? Now, the last time we seen these women on Monday Night Raw, we seen Ric Flair. Ric Flair came out, congratulated Sasha after the Falls Count Anywhere match. The following week, Cahrlotte invoked her rematch clause. In response, Sasha suggested a 30-minute Iron Man match at Roadblock. Cahrlotte accepted. Cahrlotte invited her father, Ric Flair, to the ring to publicly apologize for disowning him earlier in the year. They hugged. Father and daughter hugged. Cahrlotte slapped the shit out of him, claiming that Rick turned his back on his own daughter. Sasha came to Rick's aid. She got the shit kicked out of her. It was a decent way to close the show, but I just did not care because at this point in time, I am completely desensitized to everything that is Sasha and Cahrlotte. There is no women's division. It is a two-women division, and there's no other room for anybody else to thrive. And Monday Night Raw, just based on that fact alone, hasn't really given you true opportunity when it comes to brand split and giving others an opportunity to shine. It's always been Sasha and Cahrlotte, and they're completely fucking over the entire women's division. Tom Cassiello was fired. He was the lead writer for the women's division for Raw and SmackDown. Now, who's going to be leading the charge for the women's division? Cassiello was the one in charge and lobbied to get the Divas Championship Butterfly just off television. It was his vision to get a new championship for the division. It was his vision for this revolution, or he was a huge part in it. What's going to happen with the women now that he's not there? Who's Vince McMahon going to get to lead this division? Obviously, it's got to be someone who knows the division well enough and knows these women and the characters well enough to pick up where Cassiello left off. I don't know. But right now, we're looking at a 30-minute Iron Man match, which WWE is promoting the first time ever. It may be the first time on the main roster, but this has already been done. This has been done with Bayley and Sasha. And I doubt WWE is going to top what they did with Sasha and Bayley at that 30-minute Iron Man match. What was it? Takeover Respect, I believe it was. You're not going to top it, bro. Sasha was at the top of her game as a heel. That's the very same event where she went up to, what's that? I forgot that little girl's name. The fucking little one that's always at the Performance Center when Bayley was down there. Lily, or whatever the fuck her name was. I can't seem to remember her name. But she's always got the Bayley, the Hugger t-shirt on. She got the bandana, right? Sasha went up to her as she sat next to her parents, and she made her cry. She made her cry. That is a great fucking heel. That's what I'm talking about when talking about heels, man. If you can make a little kids cry in the front row and not give a shit, I find that to be fucking humorous. I find that to be fucking great. That's what I want out of my heel. That's the best work Sasha's done. She hasn't even come close to anything since that night. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that these women are going to be given the luxury to do whatever they want in this 30-minute woman Iron Man match. But you got to keep in mind that Cahrlotte is undefeated at pay-per-views on the main roster. Sasha just won the title back for a third time. They're both reigning 3-time women's champions, all in 2016. What is WWE going to do? Are they going to lose? Are they going to have Cahrlotte lose on pay-per-view? Do you really see them having Cahrlotte lose on pay-per-view? Or do you see it like I see it? They got the 30-minute Iron Man match stipulation, right? Who's to say WWE doesn't have this go 2 falls to 2, or 3 falls to 3, or 0 falls to 0 falls? You know? Who the fuck knows? So that keeps Charlotte's pay-per-view winning streak intact. They'll end it on a draw. But what if it is the main event? You're going to have the pay-per-view end on a draw? Nah, I don't think so. I think they'll do exactly what they did with the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels Iron Man match. They'll have them go another fucking 5 minutes. They'll have them go to a 1 fall to a finish. That's it. And they'll have Cahrlotte win. There's only one way out of this. And it's Cahrlotte is not losing on pay-per-view. She's not going to lose on pay-per-view. I don't give a fuck if she's champion or not. She is not losing on pay-per-view at all. It's either going to a time limit draw and they're not main eventing, or they are main eventing this show. They're closing the show. They're going to go to a draw and Charlotte's going to win the title back. That's it. Those are my predictions. I can't call it because it's so far out there with what WWE will do with these women. I would not be surprised if they take the belt off Sasha again. But you got rumors going around on both ends. Sasha's turning heel to go one-on-one with Bayley at WrestleMania. I would love that. But then that means Cahrlotte would have to either draw with Cahrlotte here, or she is going to have to defeat Cahrlotte. I don't see her defeating Cahrlotte. What is Cahrlotte going to do in the women's division if she's not champion? Who is she going to feud with? If Sasha is feuding with Bayley, who is she going to feud with? There's nobody of interest there. There's absolutely nobody of interest there. So turning Sasha heel to go one-on-one with Bayley at WrestleMania has been talked about. WWE is talking to Ronda Rousey to bring her in for WrestleMania to have her go one-on-one with Cahrlotte. Do they risk a what if? Do they risk a what if with Cahrlotte and bank on Ronda Rousey signing so that they can maybe put her in a match with Cahrlotte at WrestleMania? There is so many question marks right now. So many question marks right now. I'm giving you guys the possibilities of what's being discussed right now. But like I said, you got the 30-minute Iron Man stipulation. It's either they do not main event and they draw. And that's it. And then WWE will find some other fucking excuse to give us another match between these two. It's either they don't main event and draw, or they close the show and draw, and Cahrlotte goes to the final pinfall and wins the title. That's what I'm going with right there. Those are the two scenarios. I don't know which one is going to happen because the way they book these two and this division and this feud, I won't be surprised to see anything, to be honest with you. So I hope Sasha wins. I just don't see how Cahrlotte loses. That's my prediction on that. Rich Swann versus Brian Kendrick versus T.J. Perkins. Triple threat for the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, I'm loving the outlandish Rich Swann. Don't know why he's outlandish at all. I don't know if he's got fucking wings on his tights. I don't know if he's because he's dancing. Maybe that was the name Kevin Dunn gave to him. Kevin Dunn, your fucking teeth are outlandish, you fucking asshole. That's the only thing outlandish about WWE. Rich Swann is not outlandish. Kevin Dunn is fucking outlandish. Outlandish. Yeah, Kevin Dunn. Anyway, I'm excited for this match. Triple threat. Hopefully the crowd gravitates to what these guys try to tell story-wise in the ring. Now, Rich Swann defeated Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight Championship. Okay, he retained the championship in a rematch the following week. Perkins was on commentary, After the match, Kendrick attacked Perkins. This resulted in a three-way brawl involving Swan. You know, Perkins accidentally superkicked Swan. So, there you go. Triple threat match booked. On December 12th, it was announced that Swan would defend the title in a triple threat match against Kendrick and Perkins at Roadblock. On that night's Raw, Kendrick defeated Perkins in a singles match. The following night on 205 Live, Perkins defeated Swan by submission. So, I didn't even see 205 Live, so there you go. The champion lost by... the champion tapped out. That's a great way to build a champion. Having the champion tap out to a guy who has been fucking pretty much buried since the Cruiserweight Classic. But either way, I'm excited for this match. I love Brian Kendrick. I think he's a great heel. Rich Swan's been great. Perkins is great. You got three of the best in the Cruiserweight division right now going in a three-way match for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going to say Swan retains here. I don't see Perkins winning. I don't see Kendrick walking out the champion again. I think Rich Swan, he just won it. There's no reason to take the title off of him. There's absolutely no reason to take the title off of Rich Swan. He's my choice. Enzo and all this other bullshit going on. So Enzo and his sexcapades with Lana is resulting in a match with Big Cass versus Rusev. I'm going with Big Cass here. I really am. I don't see Big Cass losing. You know, we rarely see Big... Actually, you know, I'm changing my mind. Rusev's got to win this. You know, Rusev's got to win this. They had the U.S. title taken off of him. He lost his feud to Roman Reigns. He's been fucking floating in the middle of nowhere. I would not be surprised if Big Cass takes a loss here. Rusev's going to defend Lana's, his wife's honor. He's going to defend Lana's honor. I see Rusev winning here. Accolade. He's going to make Big Cass tap out. That's it. You know, it's all about Enzo trying to move in on Lana. It was all a fucking ploy. Lana threw the wedding ring on the ground. They got into an argument, did Lana and Rusev. Lana told Enzo that she had a hotel room. He grabs Ric Flair's limousine. He gets all dressed up. Lana opens the door in fucking red lingerie. She's touching him. She's telling him to take off the fucking pants. Let's have some fun. Crazy night on the town. And then she ends up calling him a fool. Rusev's hiding in the closet, filming the whole fucking thing. He beats the shit out of Enzo, destroys the hotel room, drags his fucking broken down body to the outside as they laugh and close the door, and I'm assuming they have a great fucking night of wild sex all through the fucking night, and that was that. So then we got Big Cass coming out saying, listen, I'm not Enzo. Enzo's got a big mouth, but at least he's got the balls to back it up. So he's going to stick up for his partner at Roadblock. Cass versus Rusev here. I'm going with Rusev. Accolade to Big Cass for the submission win. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. I'm going simply with this. I'm going with Sami Zayn lasting the 10 minutes. It's going to a time limit draw. I don't see Sami Zayn being buried here. I think Sami Zayn and this storyline is probably the best thing on Monday Night Raw right now. Sami Zayn has wanted Braun Strowman in a match. Mick Foley has said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not giving it to you, man. I am looking out for your health and well-being. I'm not giving you Braun Strowman. I do not want you to fight Braun Strowman, okay? So, Sami Zayn had lobbied and lobbied and lobbied and wanted this match. He's calling Mick Foley a hypocrite, you know? This was you at one point, Foley. This was you once upon a time. You know, people told you that you couldn't do it, and now you're telling me that I can't do it. I want Strowman or else. And it came to a point where Sami Zayn wanted to be traded. He's like, if you're not going to give me what I want here on Raw, maybe I'll take my services elsewhere. Mick Foley's like, all right, if that's what you want, Sammy, I'll call Daniel Bryan and I'll get a trade going. I'll see what we can do and we'll trade you for someone on SmackDown's roster. So I'm like, yes, Sami Zayn's going to SmackDown. He's going to fucking thrive over there. I can't wait to see Styles versus Sammy. WWE Championship coming to Sami Zayn in 2017. We get to the point of Monday Night Raw this past week, and Sami Zayn and Mick Foley in the ring, and he says, we've instituted a trade. He's instituted a trade. Sign the paperwork, and you'll be on your way. Sami Zayn's like, all right. You know, I'm going to ask you one more time. You're going to give me Braun Strowman? And Mick Foley's like, no, I'm not going to give you Braun Strowman. So Sami Zayn is this close from going to SmackDown via trade. And then Mick Foley's like, aren't you at least interested in who we got for you? And then Mick Foley, in a dick-like manner, I loved it, says, we're trading, straight up, Sami Zayn for Eva Marie. That was the biggest slap in the fucking face. That got underneath Sami Zayn's skin so much that you seen him fucking boiling red. And that got him fired up. Mick Foley came out to the ring with a fucking folder. Inside the folder, there was nothing but a blank piece of paper. There was nothing but a blank piece of paper. There was not even a fucking trade. He didn't even call Daniel Bryan. He's like, I did what I did to get you fired up. I want you this way on Sunday. I want you to channel this anger, bottle it up, and show me what the fuck you can do at Roadblock against Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman says nobody could last 2 minutes with him. Mick Foley's giving him 10. So he's giving Sami Zayn what he wants. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman, 10-minute time limit. Sami's going to 10 minutes. Sami Zayn is going to bring this match to a draw. He's going to get the fucking living shit kicked out of him. Braun Strowman's going to look like a fucking beast. But Sami Zayn is going to be the underdog that does not die. 10-minute time limit draw. Zayn versus Strowman will end even. That's my prediction on that. Jericho versus Seth Rollins. You know, I really don't. For some reason, I do not like the way Jericho and Rollins gel together in the ring. I just don't. I really, there's just something about it I just do not like. Obviously, we went over everything with the whole Roman Reigns thing, and you know, we went through all that with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Obviously, you can lump Jericho and Seth Rollins right in there as well. One thing I will say is I am making a bold prediction here, being that this is the last Raw pay-per-view of the year. I say we see Triple H. I say we see Triple H at Roadblock. I think Triple H is about to pretty much come out of wherever he's hiding, and I think it's about time we see him. Will we get answers as to why Kevin Owens is the Universal Champion? Probably not, and that ship is long fucking gone. It is so far gone, nobody even gives a shit anymore. But Seth Rollins wants to know what the fuck's going on. Why did he do what he did? And he wants his revenge. He's feeling fucking neglected. He's feeling left out. He's feeling fucked over. I say we see Triple H at Roadblock. And Seth Rollins, I say, loses because of Triple H's interference. If not tonight, or if not on Sunday, I say Triple H fucks over Rollins in the Royal Rumble. So there's either two ways here. I say we see Triple H fuck over Rollins tonight on Roadblock on Sunday, causing Jericho to win, or Rollins wins at Roadblock and gets fucked over by Triple H in the Royal Rumble. Jericho will win at Roadblock if there's no Triple H, and if there is... Actually, I got that all mixed up. I'm sorry. If we see Triple H at Roadblock, then Jericho's going to win. Okay? If not, Rollins will win. But if we see Triple H, we'll see him at the Royal Rumble, and he will fuck over Rollins in the Royal Rumble, ultimately eliminating him from another opportunity at the Universal Championship. So it's either one or the other. I say we see Triple H at Roadblock, and I say we see Chris Jericho win due to outside interference. And finally, guys, New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus. This was actually thrown together at the Tribute to the Troops. They became #1 contenders for Roadblock by winning a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. They beat Gallows and Anderson, the Shining Stars, and the Golden Truth. Who gives a shit about those teams? I mean, really, look at WWE's tag team division. I mean, will you really? The Shining Stars and the Golden Truth? Give me a fucking break, dude. Seriously. New Day, listen, they broke the record. Great. They broke the fucking record. Cesaro and Sheamus, will they do it? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say Cesaro and Sheamus finally do it. They've had how many fucking opportunities and they haven't done it? I think the crowd is ready for a title change. I honestly do. I say we see the title change. Everybody's ready for it to happen. But if I was booking it, I'd have the New Day win it. I would have the New Day win it. And I say WWE goes out and signs Broken Matt Hardy and Brother Nero. They bring them to Monday Night Raw. New Day holds the titles till WrestleMania. You have Broken Matt Hardy show up on the fucking Titantron, just like he did at Final Battle, Ring of Honor, when he confronted the Young Bucks via a video message. I say we do the same thing on Monday Night Raw. I say we bring Broken Matt Hardy to Monday Night Raw, sign him away from TNA in February when his contract's up. You got the Day of the New versus the Broken Hardys at WrestleMania. Broken Hardys are your new tag team champions. JD, you're living in a fantasy world. I know. One can dream. I say we see new tag team champions, Cesaro and Sheamus, and whatever I talked about with the Broken Hardys, that happens on SmackDown, but with the Wyatts. How about that one? Cesaro and Sheamus, your new tag team champions. That is your Roadblock preview and predictions. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all that. Let me know if whatever I said you agree with, you disagree with, whatever the case may be, sound off in the comments below. My voice is going. I'm fucking exhausted, and it's time for TNA. Perfect timing. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. You know if you hit the thumbs up, it turns blue, right? Try it out. It's fucking amazing, man. I'm better than Chris Angel. Magic tricks for days, bro. Hit the thumbs up. It turns fucking blue. Unbelievable stuff. Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not done so already. And please hit that bell notifying yourself of all uploads right here on the channel. If you missed anything that I did previously this week, it is all down in the description below. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Barbershop window for your off-the-script t-shirts and merchandise for the podcast. And that is it, guys. I'll be back with more news and rumors on Saturday. I got the House of Glory show on Saturday. I'll be calling Broken Matt Hardy's match against the Dudleys. Gonna be fucking awesome. And I'll see you guys on Saturday morning, man. Until then, take care. I'm JD, and I'll see you right back here for more Off the Script. Talk to you later.